When we ask, do aliens exist? I think there's two questions here that we have to think about. Like, the first one is there life elsewhere in the universe? And the second one is, are aliens among us, right? Have they visited us here on Earth? The first one, I think we can actually tackle with science. And as a scientist, you know, we like proof and we like probabilities and stuff like that. And this can help us actually understand, you know, whether there is life out there in the universe. So I'm going to show just a visual here now. This is what's called the Hubble Ultra Deep Field. So it's an image that was taken by the Hubble Space Telescope of a patch of sky that's in the southern hemisphere that is the darkest patch of sky that we know. It is 5% of the size of the full moon. It's only 1/30th of a degree, so 360 degrees round in a circle. In it, there are 5 stars. They're the things that sort of look like a crosshair, right? There's a crosses where the stars, sort of the light has bled. Everything else that you can see in that image, from the beautiful spiral things that you see to the tiny little, barely even a pixel of light, is a galaxy of 100 billion, if not a trillion stars out there in the universe. Galaxies are literal islands of stars. Take this image, think about there's 5,000 galaxies in that tiny patch, and then we extrapolate across the whole sky, 360 degrees round this way, 360 degrees round this way, in every single direction. You then get a number of the number of galaxies in the entire universe of about 100 billion. But that's using the darkest patch. There's probably a lot more galaxies in other patches of sky, so let's round that number up to 1 trillion galaxies in the universe. Each of those probably has about 100 billion stars in it, so then you get at the number of stars in the universe, and that comes out as 100 sextillion stars, Tom, which, if you didn't realize, was a 1 with 23 zeros after it. So it's a huge, huge number of stars. And then you've got to think of, well, how many of those stars have planets around them? Like our sun has 8 planets. Not 9, sorry, Pluto has 8 planets around it. So do other stars in the universe and in our own galaxy have planets around them? So we've got to think about, if we're very, very conservative, right, and we come to the idea that maybe something like 1 in a quintillion stars might have life, or might have a planet that can host life. That's a 1 with 18 zeros after it. Then you get a number that's around about 100,000 planets in the universe that could host life. That's a conservative estimate. You could say, okay, well, Earth is 1 in our galaxy. Maybe there's 1 planet in every single galaxy that could host life. But there's still 1 trillion galaxies out there. So in my head, yes, life in the universe has to exist out there somewhere. Are they among us now and have they visited us is another completely different question. And it comes back to all this idea of fake news and false information as well, because the majority of apparent alien sightings are generally very concentrated in the USA, let's say, which is anomalous when you think about it from a scientific perspective as well. And also, if we think about the scales involved, if there are more planets just in our galaxy, the Milky Way, our city of stars, it's 100,000 light years across. So even if you could travel at the speed of light, which according to how we understand physics is impossible, it's definitely impossible to travel faster than it, it would still take you 100,000 years to travel from one side of the galaxy to the other. So I think it's incredibly unlikely, even if there is life in our galaxy, that we'll even ever be able to travel between worlds, or they'll be able to come to us. So no, I don't think that aliens have ever visited us, or will ever be able to in the future either, but I'd be very happy to be proven wrong.